Parallel and perpendicular lines, day 2. So parallel lines, recall, that's the symbol that we use. They have the same slope. So slope of the first line, so slope line 1 equals slope 2. Simultaneous lines, those are two equations that are the same line. Y equals negative x plus 2 and x plus y equals 2. That's an example. Those are the same line when you solve for y. Perpendicular lines, the symbol, they have negative reciprocal slope. That means that if A is 3 over 4, then perpendicular slope is negative 4 over 3. So the first two questions are just finding the slope, and then we talk about determining whether they are parallel or perpendicular. So when we look at number 1, the slope, the equation is in standard form, so I need to solve for y. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides. 2y equals negative x minus 14. And then we divide everything by 2. So that y equals negative 1 over 2x minus 7. Here's my slope. I'm looking for parallel. So if A is negative 1/2, then A parallel is negative 1/2. So all we've done is find the slope and then determine what parallel or perpendicular is. Number 2 asks us to find the perpendicular slope. So the same thing, solve for y. So subtract 3x from both sides. That's our step. So I get negative 5y equals negative 3x plus 45. The second step is to multiply or divide by the y coefficient. So that's the negative 5. So I get y equals 2 negatives make a positive, 3 over 5x. 45 divided by 5 is 9, and it's negative. So here's our slope, but I'm looking for perpendicular slope. So if the slope on my line is 3 over 5, then perpendicular slope is the opposite. Change the sign and flip the fraction. So all we've done is just find the slope and then find either parallel or perpendicular based on the slope of the equation we're given. When we do the next step, this is if. So what I want to know is what relationship do these have? Just like the notes we did before for day 1. So this first one is easy. There's my slope. So A equals negative 3 over 2. For the second one, I have to solve for x, or solve for y. So make sure you pay attention. This is the x, so I'm going to subtract 6x from both sides. So I have 4y equals negative 6x plus 24. And then we divide. So I have y equals, so I have negative, divide both those by 2, that's 3 over 2x plus 6. Here's this slope. This A is negative 3 over 2. So first we look at it and think they're parallel. But then let's go back and look at the equation. Negative 3 halves plus 6, negative 3 halves plus 6. Same slope, same y-intercept, therefore same line. These are simultaneous equations. So they are neither. So all we did was find the slope of the first line, compare it to the second line. At first glance, that looks parallel, but then when I look at my y-intercepts, since they're the same, then that's how I know that they are neither. This is the same thing. I'm given two equations, and I just need to put them in slope-intercept form and compare the slopes. So we'll do the first one. 5y plus 30x equals negative 15. Remember that we're subtracting the x. So 5y equals negative 30x minus 15. And then we divide by the y coefficient. Y equals negative 6x minus 3. So here's my slope. A is negative 6. For the second equation, it's almost in slope-intercept form, but not quite. Y equals, y plus 1 over 6x equals 3. So I need to subtract the x term from both sides to get it to have y equals. So I get y equals negative 1 over 6x plus 3. Here's my slope. So my slope is negative 1 over 6. When I compare these, they have the same sign, but they're not the same number. So reciprocals but not opposite signs. Therefore, this is neither.